Bots and Books fans, this is Scorp1701, and tonight I am very excited to bring to you the awesome DC Multiverse Flash Batman Michael Keaton figure. You have to be specific with Michael Keaton because there are going to be 2 Batman in this film, if not more. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, maybe, maybe. Nah, probably not. But this is the Michael Keaton version, a figure the likes I have not played with since I was 11 years old in 1989. So I am very happy to have a modern take on the Michael Keaton Batman, and I know they got the Mafex or the Mezco or whatever it is, but those are really too expensive for me, so this is going to be so cool to take a look at. So, starting off, as you can see, he is in the nice classic open window box of the DC Multiverse line. It is 12 plus up here at the top. You have DC Multiverse, you have the Flash movie symbol, you have Batman. At the top, you have the Flash movie symbol again. You have 22 moving parts. You have McFarlane toys. On the right side of the box, you have DC Multiverse. You have Batman. You have a QC code that you could scan with your phone. You have DC Universe Infinite. I'm not sure exactly what that is. That's new. I guess it may be something cool that they've got going on with the Flash movie. But anyway, moving on to the other side of the box, you have the Flash movie symbol, Batman Multiverse, the Flash, some weird little credit thing here, McFarlane toys. On the bottom of the box, you have some credits for the box and a barcode. And finally, coming to the back of the box, you have McFarlane toys at the top. You have Batman the Flash, and then you have an awesome picture of Michael Keaton Batman flying your way. And you got another QC code and some more credits for the box. So that is the box, but I don't give one iota about this box, and I don't want to see Batman in the box, and I know you don't either, so let's get him out and see what he can do. And here Flash Michael Keaton Batman is out of the packaging, and out of the box he stands just over 7.5 inches tall, all the way to the top of his pointy ears. He comes with this awesome collector's card, and we will take a look at it real quick. And it is a nice picture of the Batman, just exactly the same one we got from the back of the box. And at the bottom says Batman the Flash. And when we turn it over, you have an awesome read-up of Batman from the Flash movie. And you can take a moment, pause the video, read this to your heart's content. But we must be moving on to the awesome accessories that he comes with. So first off, Batman comes with a figure stand. Like all the other DC Multiverse figures, it is round, it's black, it says DC, has a peg, he stands on it. Moving on. He comes with a nice set of punchy hands. They are different than the weapon holding hands he is equipped with out of the box, and they are really nicely done. They're molded into big fists so he can punch whoever he feels like he needs to punch, and those are cool. Next, he comes with an awesome Batarang. Now, this is all silver, but the mold is really, really nicely done. And if you really wanted to, you can kind of paint most of it black. The ones in the original Batman movie were black, or you can just leave it silver. That would be neat too, but maybe in the new Flash movie, he has traded them in for all silver gear. So this is cool. He can hold this, he can throw this, or pretend to throw it, so that is neat. I like this little Batarang. And Batman's final accessory is his grapple gun, and it, again, like the Batarang, is all silver, and that is cool. And again, you could take a Sharpie and maybe paint this all black and put a little gold and leave some of the silver highlights here, but that is really neat. And he could hold this, pretend like he's shooting this, and it is really cool. All right, that is the Batman's accessories. Moving on. And without further ado, here you have the Batman. And he is gorgeous. This head sculpt is so great. I love the Michael Keaton Batman head sculpt from the 80s, and I love this one because it's pretty much the same. You have the nice long ears, which every Batman should have. This is why I hate the Ben Affleck Batman. His suit just just doesn't do it for me. I know it's supposed to be like the Dark Knight Returns and blah, 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 but this was an awesome suit, and it still is an awesome suit. The cowl is just one piece. You can see it has some ridges for the eyes. His eyes are peeking out of there. I love this mouth. You can see the mouth there. You can see that the cowl does go over to his chest, and usually it encompasses the bat symbol to these side pieces, and the cape comes down from it. So that is really, really neat. Let's zoom out just a little bit so we can get this guy in the frame. And wow, I just love this design, this costume. It is very much like the 80s version. In fact, I think all you gotta do is paint this belt yellow and you pretty much got the 80s Michael Keaton Batman, and that's what it's supposed to look like. The armor bits are a bit different. You see the shoulder pads here, and you can see the different textures coming between the armor shoulder pads and the gauntlets. So that is really neat. You do have the nice spikes on the gauntlets. I love that. This is the open weapon hand that we had, which is nice. Coming to the chest, you do have it broken up with the armor pieces here, and you can see that if you don't line it up right, it will be kind of mismatched. But there you go. You have a nice chest piece right here. You got the black belt. The belt is one piece and it's glued onto these pant section. And you, again, like the shoulder armor, you do have some different designs for the legs, so you can see it's broken up to where, you know, the shiny part here and then the texture here on the sides. That is really neat, and I love this figure. Now it's all black, so it is kind of hard to see the differences unless you get the light in there and touching it. So coming down, the boots are interesting because they are nicely designed, and they kind of are similar to the 89 movie boots, but they have kind of a weird color variation to them, almost like a greenish, I don't know, coppery gray. I can't really describe what color that is, but it's not black, and it kind of stands out. But I don't think it's too bad of a eyesore or anything like that. So it's really cool. And coming around to the back, again, the belt comes around. You do got some little devices here on the back. You got the bat butt there and the boots. So nothing really unexpected on the back of the figure. And the bottom of the feet, you do got some holes to put them on pegs. So that is cool. All right, taking a look at the cape. The cape is cloth goods. It is very flexy. I love how they did it. You can, if you're so inclined, move it to the inside underneath this part right here, and that will kind of give him this, you know, look where he can't see his arms and stuff like that. That is neat. And if you want him to do some action, you can fold it back under the cowl bits, and then there you go with his arms free. So that is really cool, and I'm very happy to have this guy in my collection. All right, that is what your Batman's gonna look like. Moving on. And for articulation, hold on to your bat joints because this sucker can move. Starting at the head can go around 360 degrees. It can look up a long way. It can look down a long way. It can look to the side, both wiggle and waggle. That is incredible for this head sculpt. I think it's funny because in the original movie, Michael Keaton said an 8-year-old could beat Batman up because he couldn't turn his head in the suit. Anyway, moving on to these shoulders. Shoulders can move up from the body just a little bit, not too much, but they can move back down. They can move forward and back on a butterfly, which is awesome. They do go all the way around 360 degrees. He does have a bicep rotation, 360 degrees. Double jointed elbow, which gets you way past 90 degrees. That is insane amount of bend there. Coming down, he does not have forearm rotation because it's all elbow bend, but he does have fist rotation, so that can go around 360 degrees. And wherever you have this little ball joint in, it can bend. It can either go up or down, and you can move it to the inside, and then you get in and out, depending on how you want to manipulate the ball joint. So that is really cool. All right, coming to the chest, he does have two separate joints of articulation in his chest. First, you have this ab rotation here. It can go forward, it can go back, it can go side to side, and you do get 360 degrees of rotation there. And that works in combination with the standard waist rotation. So hold this joint and move it around 360 degrees. So wow, that is 2 points of articulation in the chest. That's crazy. All right, coming down to the legs. Legs going forward isn't that impressive, so you can't really do much going forward. He could take a step. So going back, not too much either, because you got the butt there. But where these legs really get your motion is to the side, so you can kind of get some side kicks if you were so inclined to do that. When it comes to thigh rotation, you don't have anything there. Coming down to the knee, double knee bend, crazy motion. He could kick himself in the back if he was so inclined. Bam, bam, bam. All right, coming down. Now this is where it gets nuts. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. He does not have a boot cut here per se, but when you come down here, you have 3 points of articulation in the foot alone. So the entire foot right here can go around 360 degrees from this first point, like that. Then the foot itself is separate, and it can go around 360 degrees like such. And then you have the toe tilt. So that is crazy, all the tilting and moving you can get out of this foot. That's like 3 points, upper, lower, and toe. Wow, Batman can definitely do some Batutsi if he was so inclined. Oh, that was a different Batman. That was the Adam West. But anyway, that is so cool, and that is your articulation. Moving on. And for comparison, here you have 3 great genres of Batman. You have the comic version, the movie version, and the cartoon version. And I love all of these Batman. These have got to be my 3 favorite Batman figures I have ever got. Well, maybe. Perhaps some of my favorite are still boxed up in the museum. But anyway, these are a close top 3, if not the top 3. All right, moving on. And this has been the DC Multiverse, the Flash movie, Michael Keaton Batman figure. And wow, this figure is awesome. It is so good. I knew I was going to be in love with this figure as soon as I saw it previewed, and I knew I just had to have one. I'll probably go out and get a second one just to hang in the museum. This figure is so good. I love the sculpt. I love the mold. I love the head. It's just great, Michael Keaton. The ears are huge and long like they're supposed to be. The bat symbol just shoots right out there with the orange. The costume design is so much like the 80s version, but it does have some new bits to it that make it interesting. The articulation in this figure is just so crazy. How it can move and bend with all the armor. I just love this design. Everything about this figure. The cape was so smart to use cloth goods to have it stretchy, that you can move it all sorts of ways and bend it and stretch it, put it up under the cowl to make it cover most of the body, to put it behind the cowl to get it out of the way for him to articulate his arms and fight. There is nothing bad I can say about this figure. Maybe if I was to force myself to nitpick, I'd say the boots should have been black and the ears should have been sharpened up a little bit at the top. But for the most part, this is a gorgeous figure. Highly recommend this thing. If you're looking for this figure, it should be hitting shelves soon if it's not already out on your shelves. I ordered mine from Amazon.com as soon as it went up for pre-order because I knew this thing was going to sell out, and it's going to retail anywhere between $22 to $25 depending on where you find it. So if you're looking for it, happy hunting. So that's going to be the review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I love this thing. Again, I can't say enough good things about it. Hope you guys have a great night, and until next time, keep playing.